In this video, I will talk about what the acid mantle actually is, what it consists of, and what makes up the acid mantle, is the what does the different components. So I will talk about a couple of them in this video specifically, and what you can do to preserve the integrity of your skin. How can you wash your skin in a way that is more gentle and not disrupting this acid mantle? So in this video, I'm going to talk about what the acid mantle actually consists of, the makeup of the acid mantle. So the acid mantle makeup. Okay, and it's sebum. It's actually sweat, some part. It's free fatty acids. It's amino acids and urocanic acid. So these for the most part. So in this video, I'm going to focus on sebum primarily and how disrupting this can affect your acid mantle. Yeah, so sebum. So the skin, well, let's see what sebum is. Sebum is your own fat, your own oils produced on the skin. So the term is sebum. Your skin continuously produces sebum all the time to moisturize the skin. So that's why you feel greasy, and you sometimes call it that you have oily skin. So imagine the skin looking like this, and this is like the top layer of the skin, the epidermis. This is what you see when you look at the skin. Here's where you have all the pores going into the skin. These pores can release sebum because here, as I talked in another video about, you have these sebaceous glands at the bottom of the pores. Not all pores, but many of them. And they produce sebum, and sebum comes up out of the pores. And it might seem gross, but this oil is actually very protective to the skin, and it is a part of your acid mantle because it protects the other components as well in the acid mantle. So if you have an oily layer on top like this, right, on top of your skin, it protects the skin from being dehydrated, because water can easily escape if it doesn't have any protective layer at all. That's why you feel very dry when you have taken a very long hot shower, for example. Your skin feels very dry. You have lost this layer of oil, sebum, on your skin. So that will disrupt the acid mantle. So let's draw a zoomed in view of the skin surface down here. Okay, take this part and we zoom in on this part. So we have the epidermis here, and then we have this layer of sebum I drew up there. You can make it all the way up here. So this sebum protects the skin from being dehydrated, and it also protects the other components here. So now I'm going to talk a little bit more about these free fatty acids. So since this is just the top layer of the skin, here are where the skin cells are flattened, and when you move down into the skin cells are more and more larger and larger, right? As they move up, when your skin renews, they flatten and then they release their contents. And a major source of skin acidity is the hydrolysis of epidermal phospholipids into free fatty acids. Free fatty acids. So, and these epidermal phospholipids are contained in these skin cells. So as they move up, those free fatty acids will come out here. I mean, the epidermal phospholipids will be released, and then the hydrolysis of these epidermal phospholipids will turn into free fatty acids. So you will have free fatty acids here as well. And they contribute to the skin acidity. So not only as I talked about, I can draw the pores much larger. Here, bottom, we have the sebaceous gland producing sebum, right? I drew the sebum layer all the way up here. So the sebum protects the skin from dehydration. It also protects these free fatty acids. And these free fatty acids, they contribute to the acidity of the skin. And the acidity of the skin is a part of the acid mantle. And the acid mantle you need because it protects your skin against unwanted bacteria, for example. And it has other functions as well, I will talk about in other videos. I briefly mentioned that it also contributes, it makes it possible for enzymatic processes to take place on the skin. So in this video, I talk about how sebum and free fatty acids are contributing to the acid mantle. So free fatty acids. And here you have sebum layer, and here you have a follicle, or even like a pore. Pore is the opening. Pore is the opening of here. Pore. Here you have the sebaceous gland. Producing sebum. So I want to avoid washing away the sebum because it's protecting the skin from dehydration, and when you're washing away the sebum, you're also losing the free fatty acids. So this is why using a cleanser, a high pH cleanser especially, will disrupt your acid mantle. Using a cleanser containing so this is why using a strong surfactant such as sodium lauryl sulfate can be very detrimental to your skin barrier, your acid mantle, because as I showed you, it will disrupt this top layer of sebum. That will just go away. Be washed away along with the along with the fatty acids. The fatty acids that is contributing to your acid mantle. Washed away with the sebum. That will just be washed away. And then your skin will be bare, dry, and vulnerable, and water can escape easily from your skin. So your skin will not be as protected and moisturized because this layer of sebum is um, inhibiting this evaporation of water. So what I do instead of using a surfactant-based cleanser is that I use something called an oil cleanser. So I use the oil cleansing method. So you have imagine the skin like this, you still have the sebum layer on top, and now instead of and there might be some dirt trapped on your skin, and some blackheads. I do the pores like this, blackheads, and most dirt is oil soluble, and the oil cleansing method works on the principle of likes dissolves like. So water dissolves other water soluble things. Oil dissolves oil, uh, oil, right? So we're going to add an oil on. I'm going to add an oil, and then the dirt can dissolve into the oil, and when massaging the skin gently, the blackheads can also be removed pretty efficiently, actually. And by doing this, I'm not disrupting the skin the acid mantle of the skin, and the pH will not be affected in the same way as using a strong surfactant. And that maintains the acid mantle a lot better. And it preserves the integrity of the skin. So the difference is also that even though this is being washed off afterwards, the oil, just by using plain water, some residual oil will still be present on your skin. So your skin will not be left dry and vulnerable after you have rinsed it off with warm water. So that is protecting the skin from dehydration.